Alright, new series, new stuff, new island, new highlights. And the sky still glows. Oh, we're going here at night, huh? I kind of would have preferred to go in the daytime, but hey, at least we...
Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Anything to get lay low from the Empire and find out who's been killed, how the cultists are killing me. And I got my old vampire friend Serana here with me too. I'm sure that was a pleasant trip for you, wasn't it?
Do you need something?
Still no dialogue, huh?
Talk to Captain
I
Gallen.
don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions.
Well, my intention right now is to unlace this shoelace. It's like a really tight knot. The sailor won't help me out, and I thought sailors were good with knots. Here, can you help me with this shoe, or can you not? Ha!
Mirak, I'm not sure. Could I do? Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redderin. This is Morrowind, not Skywind. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
Yeah, why am I going to a location that's already been in a previous DLC? You think that maybe in new DLCs you go to new locations, but I haven't really played much Morrowind, so I haven't played the Blood Moon DLC, so... But it's the same place as here, and at that time, this place was still in control by the Nords.
I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone. I'm not sure what. I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern.
Oh, so you're like the captain of the guard. You're the captain of the guard here in Raven Rock, right? Is that what it's called? You're the captain of the guard here in Raven Rock.
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morrowind down. Councillor Morrowind is House Redderin's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
You know what? I might just slide off the shoe. I might just do that.
Raven Rock started out as an imperial settlement. But the Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, and when House Redderin took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise that you haven't called it Vardenfell 2, unless you'd consider it a curse. Like, what if you called a ship the Titanic 2? In fact, they actually remade the Titanic, so I think that's kind of asking for a jinx right there, and it's going the actual route. But then again, I think the ship will be fine this time, considering global warming and all.
Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from them.
Wow, so Dummer don't have much home left. No wonder Solstheim became Morrowind.
Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of gunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland.
You know, I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore with these two right in front of me.
Gjallan.
Captain Gjallan does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even asked,
If you're looking for passage,
have the
talk to
supplies
Captain
you requested.
Gjallan.
But this load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Gjallan, you know we don't have that much coin.
Look,
Your house
the
radiant.
Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised the prices again, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we had. Let me talk to Laeral. I'll see what we can do.
Is the Drake...
All right, then. Don't worry about rushing. Just pay me when you can.
Is a Drake your own currency, or is that what you call a septum?
I've been sailing the Northern Maiden across the Sea of Ghosts for nearly 20 years now. Might be time to find a new home port, though. The way things are going around here.
Well, I can fix it for you. I like Nah.
May the wind be at your back, friend.
Go ahead to your buddy. He might need you. Alright, so... New land, huh? Let's go a bit exploring. This place is different from Skyrim. Oh, the sky's the same, though. But hey, that's fine. I love the colorful sky. And Bleak Rock Isle is down the way, too. Bleak Rock Isle used to be, like a little farm settlement and, Ebonheart Pact location. It was part of Skyrim. It's an island between here and Windhelm. But I don't think anyone lives there anymore.
Make way.
Any snarky comments? Usually you guards have some.
Damn Ash.
Yeah, damn Ash. Always never aging. I mean, I understand why he doesn't want Pikachu to age, but why doesn't he age? In fact, he just keeps getting smaller. Alright, well, let's see what jobs we can do here. Now, you might not know it, but, I have never done the Dragonborn DLC yet, so this is completely new to me. I've done Dawnguard, I've done Hearthfire, but I've never done this DLC, so pretty much all I did was come on shore here and explore just a little bit, but I've never actually explored all that much or did any tasks here. So maybe the time has come to do some. Ah, there's Red Mountain right there, Vaudenfell, right at the distance. We can see it. No, once upon a time, people would be able to travel to and from Vaudenfell from here just by jumping. So like I said,
Damn Ash.
I guess no one likes Ash not being able to age. Okay, so like I said, I don't know this place. So I don't know where to go. I don't know what jobs to
This may be
do.
the frontier. But we've still got rules. Break them. You wind up in the prisons.
Duly noted. Then I can just break out if I want to. Alright, well, let's check out the temple. I want to do the side quest before doing the main quests, if I can. And the architecture is different here, too. This ain't Nord territory anymore. So we got some brand new locations. We'll have a few familiar locations, though. Like, there are some Dwemer ruins around here. 3 of them. Actually, those Dwemer ruins don't appear in Blood Moon.
Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb?
Is this like one of those temples for the tribunal? Or do you still not pray to them anymore?
They're where we inter our dead. They are sacred places, meant to honor their passing. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late. and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains.
I'm just gonna slide off the shoe. Just boom.
Those foul the abominations we call ash spawn have risen from the ashes of our own ancestors. They are befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains.
I like that banner. That little banner around your outfit. I love it. I had one of those when I graduated.
Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb.
Alright, so we finally got our first job. A miscellaneous one. Well, gotta start somewhere, right?
Sounds like something from a dream, and yet it might be more strange. I remember a temple on Solstheim, and working to build something. It was not a pleasant dream. The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning.
I could really respect that. I like that too. And hey, less of a chance for zombies, right?
The reclamations are the true tribunal. The Daedra that consecrate the Dunmer people. Azura, Methala, and Boethia. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before.
So, I guess they don't believe in them anymore, huh?
Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was. Beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations.
I like Azora, but those other two are phonies. Shouldn't say that in front of them, though.
Be cautious, friend. The Ash Spawn are soulless beings with no regard for compassion.
Well, maybe playing this DLC will make me in the mood to play a little Oblivion. We'll see. One day I might do that. Maybe I might do a live stream one day of Morrowind.
Elder Arthroloth is grooming me to be his eventual replacement. Soon I'll be running the temple my way.
Shouldn't you be running it the Tribunal's way?
Mirag. It sounds very familiar. Not someone here, but I'm not sure I can recall. I can't be sure. I know I've heard that name, but it doesn't feel real. Does that make any sense? Non-believers are never welcome here.
Nice subject change. You know, looking at this place, it reminds me of Riven a little bit. Remember Myst 2? Kind of get a bit of Riven vibes from this place. It has similar architecture to some of the architecture from the worlds of Riven. So I'm trying to find some other quests to do. So okay, so no. That's right, I gotta clean out the ash spawn and all that. Well, I want to see what other quests I can do here. Like, let's see if I can start some quests here. If I can start quests, then I can be sure I can find them. I think that's a good tactic. Huh? Hey, where'd my sword go? There it be. Ash spawn, huh? So I guess there was no getting away from the zombies, huh? You have to deal with them regardless. Wow, the ash spawn are strong. Jeez, I'm now starting to miss the Draugr. Help me, Serana. Ah, I should get Barbers around. So I can use spawn ash as ingredients for stuff. So I got a whole new batch of ingredients and stuff here for potions, huh? Wow, the ash pile is like way over here. Way over here. Here, I need a little help here. Let's get the Bone Man come. So we're gonna be dealing with ash spawn a lot. Two undead fighting together. It's not every day one sees the undead of Morrowind fighting the undead of the Soul Karen. Joint.
Who's there?
We done? Oh no, no. There's still. Oh wait, there's more. The sword's like going right through you. Well, you're just a pile of ash after all, so I guess that's not that surprising. You know, I should keep this spawn ash. Odds are, someone's gonna ask me to do a task that requires a lot of it. Never know. Oh, so it doesn't expand in here, it's just that one room. Boom. Oh! Ah, I've got a final boss now in the area. Whack, whack, corporal punishment. Well, actually, since I'm a legate of the Imperial Army, more of a legate punishment.
Who's there?
Oh, there's more? But that's not all! Call right now and we'll give you a lot more ash spawn in laters, absolutely free. And boom, there we go. Killed your ancestors. Just so you wouldn't have to. What are you, red guards? They don't like killing the undead. Then again, who does? But it's because they're too weak to face their ancestors' corpses? Or, you know, ashes? Or is it all because... Or are you just not strong enough? Because that probably make more sense.
And danger lurks beyond the light. I am confident that they will never abandon us again.
They?
I am Othralor.
I know who you is.
Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings. Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
Listen to their voices. Listen to his voice. Sounds like he's a heavy smoker, you know? But I mean, even though Dummers have a lot of ash in their systems because they live in volcano lands, I guess it's not that surprising. I wonder if they're immune to smoking cigarettes in that case.
Excuse me, but the temple is for followers of our faith alone. Outsiders aren't welcome.
What if I want to be a follower of your faith, though?
Elder Othraloth is grooming me to be his eventual...
I just cleaned out your catacombs. Now, is that that is your way of giving thanks, huh? And some of the music that plays while we're here is actually remixed music of Morrowind.
You haven't seen Cresius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
Again?
No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know.
Now, they probably do in Skyrim, but maybe not here.
I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. Well, well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here.
Which guild?
So tell me, how's my brother Delvin?
Oh, you're his
Still
brother?
spending his nights
I knew
in the
you're...
ragged
I
fight
figured
trying to
your...
win Vex's heart?
I figured your last name was familiar. Didn't come to mind, really.
Good to hear. Damn layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine?
Oh, I pretty much can.
Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back.
What about her?
It's really my problem
She seems
anyway.
to be watching your
I
back.
caused it.
Actually, she's more looking at me, but, you know, she's in your back eyesight, unless that pillar's in the way.
A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up at my doorstep about a fortnight ago.
Oh, you're a
noticed the
Breton?
shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed.
Will you be my new fencer? I could use a fencer here. Okay, so you giving me 2 jobs, huh?
A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Raven Rock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften. I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Ryth, a very talented armor smith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since.
You like it here?
It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Cretius borrowed came from the Skull village up north.
Serana looks pretty bored back there.
Traded them some goods for it.
She's even helping out with the smelter.
Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that. I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
Then I'll head there at some point. There's not many towns here, but basically Raven Rock here is the only city in the island.
No, wait. Maybe. I don't know how I know that name.
It seems like everyone's... I think maybe everyone knew him, but forgotten. Like it's been messing with people's heads. Looks like he might be a master of illusion. Master of mind forgetting. Oh, he's like that guy from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. What was his name again? That phony dude that played Defense Against the Dark Arts guy? But then did the Obliviate spell on him? Lockhart. Is that who he is? We got ourselves a Lockhart person?
I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about this.
Alright, fair enough.
Tell Cretius he better give that pickaxe back to me, or else.
Alright, we'll start off with the pickaxe, and then I'll handle the other stuff.
Some sense into your husband.
You can't get blood from a stone, Noble. As it is, we barely make ends meet.
That isn't my problem. I was clear when I loaned Garwin the money.
Oh, we got an
I
orc
wanted
here,
back
too.
my First harvest.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Alright, well, I'm not in your way. I'm, like, beside you, not in front of you.
No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why. I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple.
Yeah, let me talk to you since you've been checking out my buddies behind here, so...
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchemical supplies? Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow...
Are you a
and harvest
Dunmer or a
most of it
Bosmer?
myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark. That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort. After we left Morrowind, we found ourselves in Skyrim. We wandered around a bit and ended up in Morthal, where we took up temporary residence with Lani, the town's alchemist. I was fascinated by her work, and over a period of a few years, she taught me quite a bit. It wasn't long before we became homesick. We were the only Dunmer in Morthal. When word reached us that a settlement of Dunmer was forming on Solstheim, we were thrilled. It's been difficult, but I'm not regretting it one bit. In fact, I'm glad we've been able to stay and help. As you can imagine, the eruption of the Red Mountain took an awful toll on Solstheim. Hunting for game has been scarce, and the waters are apparently too tainted for fishing. According to Councillor Morgan, my husband's been Raven Rock's most important food source for decades.
Lucky you.
I don't think so, though it sounds like a name I've heard before.
Yeah, definitely Lockhart character.
I hear that name, and I see a temple here on Solstheim. What could that mean? Careful with those netches. They may look seriously hurt you.
Alright, well, let's see what I can find.
I said to put it on Lord Kemp, and that's the end of it. Understand?
Always a pleasure.
Oh, so you're the same orc again.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? If you need any supplies,
You seem to be loan sharking
I'll
people
give
a
you this
lot,
warning
or
only
whatever.
once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
I'd be
he's
on the
doing. He
first
seems to be
ship off
talking
this
to everybody,
island
though.
the coin. What a waste. Yeah, so, what can I get you? Got everything from potions to pitchforks.
You are a vampire using your fur thingy, in case you didn't know.
Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them.
Alright, well, let's see what I can find then. Get as many of these quests as I can.
I think I maybe had a dream about someone with that name. It was very strange. Was I building something? A shrine down on the beach near the Earthstone? I'm not sure. Bad. What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once. You know, the lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse...
Oh, her! Yeah! I killed her. Okay. Yeah. Gigo Skywind, my character. Yeah, he's feeling a bit awkward right now because he actually killed her.
Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks
Dun
around here.
dun 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 dun.
Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven.
Dun dun dun
When they
dun
do,
dun
I'll
dun
be at the top of it.
dun dun dun.
The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town.
So you're basically the general
Glover
store.
Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken. Murag. I'm sure I've heard that name before. Haven't I? Was it in a dream?
It's cool that we're getting new voices for the Dunmer.
May your path be free from danger.
Okay, who haven't I talked to yet?
My wife and I are doing the best we can to keep Raven Rock fed. The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever.
Hey, if Red Mountain erupted, covering Vaudenfell with ash, would it be even more livable for you? Just saying. I mean, since Dunmer seem to be getting used to ash and everything.
No. Only the Tilvani have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. I think so, but I can't remember how I know him. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I think so. But the only thing that comes to mind is a shrine near the Earthstone.
Alright, well, if I forget any quests here, then don't worry about it. Ooh, ash yam? Wow. Got new exotic foods here, too. It's like taking a vacation to a new land. I'm so used to Cyrodiil and Skyrim and High Rock. But now around these places, you know? This is pretty exotic for someone named known as Gigar Skywind. Or pretty much anyone in the Skywind family, for that matter.
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by.
I'm happily married, lady.
That's not someone who lives in Raven Rock, I don't think. But it sounds so familiar. Maybe. I can't help but think of some sort of temple on the island. Why would that be? And don't stay away for too long.
I'll do my best. Alright, well, let's check out the shrine over here, then. Oh, and hey, if we want to go back to Skyrim, there's that, thing. It'll take us basically back to the docks. But, oh, they got Nerd Root here, too. Ah, it makes that lovely noise, too. So there's still some usual ingredients here. Usual plant life. Well, we can't forget, this island used to be Skyrim. It became Morrowind later on.
Here in this shrine.
That they have forgotten. Here do we toil.
Dun 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 dun.
That we might remember.
Da 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 da.
By night we reclaim.
Da 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 da.
What by day was stolen.
Da 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 da.
Far from ourselves.
Da 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 da.
He grows ever near to us.
Da 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 da.
Our eyes once were blinded.
Da 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 da.
Our hands once were idle.
Da 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 da.
Now through them does he speak.
Da 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 da.
And when the world shall listen.
Da 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 da.
And when the world shall see.
Da 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 da.
The world remembers.
Da 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 da.
Here in my shrine.
Oh, I guess I.
That you have forgotten.
Da 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 da.
Is affecting the others.
Wait.
You might remember.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
What faithless minds have stolen.
Da 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 da.
That would be a shame. You are an interesting exception to the otherwise universal phenomenon.
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off north we go. Da 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 da.
Outside influence like the other.
Was there a way to get?
Through them do I
Well,
speak.
oh, hey, oh, I'm free.
So you are able to resist the effect by exerting your will.
The song was catchy. The song was pretty catchy.
You don't seem to be in quite the same state as the others here. Very interesting. May I ask what it is you're doing here?
Exploring, pretty much, and working. Not because I was told to. No, 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 no. No one tells Gigar Sherwin what to do. He chose to do this.
Mirak. It sounds familiar, and yet I can't quite place... Oh, wait, I recall. That makes very little sense. Mirak's been dead for thousands of years. I'm not sure, but it is fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps it has some relation to what's going on here. Quite unexpected. I'm afraid I can't give you any answers, but there are ruins of an ancient temple of Mirax toward the center of the island. If I were you, I'd look there.
Well, I'll go there eventually. And what are these people doing? Well, basically, they're working and listening to a catchy song that could be a death metal song. Sounds like something like that.
Building something, clearly. And yet they don't seem to have much to say about it.
Except the death metal
I'm very
song.
interested to find out what happens when they finish. Certainly not. Doing so would interfere with whatever is going on. And I would be unable to see how this all turns out. It is the only place where silt striders can be found. Although I managed to transplant a few here when I arrived.
I think this dude was in the Blood Moon DLC. I think elves tend to live a long time, so if he's an old man now, he was pretty much younger by the time of Morrowind.
You are too young to remember the Nera. He defeated Dagahur and saved us all from the Blight.
Well, if I want to see that story, I might be able to. I'll just have to play the game then.
When the city of Vivek was destroyed, it took decades for us to rebuild. We are still but a shadow of our glorious past, but someday we will rise again.
Oh, so the meteors that were on top of the city pretty much destroyed it after Vivek's death, huh? Because Vivek is one of those gods that actually has a psychopathic connection with the asteroids that are pretty much standing still over Vivek City, well, flying still, and being able to be in control of Red Mountain. His death probably caused the downfall of Valdenfell. That's how the island was basically dependent on this one dude.
It's the homeland of the Dunmer. The lesser races call us Dark Elves.
Luckily, I don't.
We built great works there, like Vivek and Aldrun. Many of them are destroyed now, either by Red Mountain or the Argonian invasion.
Oh, we'll be able to see more once we play Morrowind, or if we play ESO, because we get plenty of Morrowind in that game. We get Stone Falls, we get Balfourian, we get where Mournhold is, the area where Mournhold is, and we get and Vaudenfell itself appears in a DLC, and the Clockwork City. So we get plenty of Morrowind. Not the whole entire thing though, but more than what we get in the Morrowind game, to be honest.
The ignorant think it is only a place of ash and lava. It has rolling green plains and swamps and verdant hills too.
Well, your swamps are more connected to Black Marsh. Maybe that's why the Argonians moved there. You had some swamplands down south.
Red Mountain dominates the island. Every now and then, ash and debris from an eruption land on our shore.
It's sad. Like, if those who are growing up, those who grew up playing Morrowind, just to see that entire island being covered in the ash, it's just that's pretty sad, you know.
There is the big island of Vaudenfell, and the coastal mainland. House Telvanni has its properties on Vaudenfell. I've never been to the mainland myself.
And that's all we got you gotta say about Morrowind, huh?
That's that then.
Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I'll be seeing him again at some point. Duh, 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 duh. Duh, 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 duh. Oh, hey, do we have a Nordic tomb close by? Looks like some of the buildings here were destroyed, too. Man, seeing that distance. Let's take a good look at Vaudenfell. Yeah, just imagine. Had a whole video game taking place there. And an entire DLC of ESO. Hopefully one day Vaudenfell will be livable again, though. Alright, let's see who else we could find. Alright, so we can get that dude's pickaxe back, right? Should be close by somewhere. This town really ain't that big. Abandoned building. Could this be my new house at some point? Or maybe this could be a place where the Dark Brotherhood is stationed or something. Or maybe some skooma people.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place.
I work for Mo.
Well,
You got a problem, you talk to him.
well, let's try out some of the yash yam. Give it a nice taste. Tastes a little dry, but I think that's to be expected. Alright, this might be the place where the pickaxe is at. We're only exploring a portion of the island right now. We still got a lot more to see.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Cretius, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Cretius, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed.
Well, what if I went for him?
My apologies for Cretius's ravings. To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a 3rd-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like a abandoning precious memories.
I don't blame you.
Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced.
I think I know of an orc stronghold that has ebony mines.
He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out.
You know, elves tend to live a lot longer than humans, so do you have any idea that you're either like, you know, 40 years older than him and probably gonna still outlive him? Which is probably kind of sad for a married couple.
It was. After refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Councillor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love. Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there.
What'd you do?
In all honesty, it came
Did you
down
pick
to
your
a
nose?
disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely.
Oh, so you have more respect to the other tribunal, huh?
I think so, but from where? I can't recall.
You know, it'd be you know, I usually don't remember names, so if I was here, it'd be pretty interesting if I would remember his name.
It's difficult. Something about it doesn't feel right. That temple here on the island. That's all I can recall. That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine.
So why don't you go?
He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them. Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about. Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep?
Wow. I wonder if he was around during the Blood Moon DLC.
It was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know. My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave.
You want me to talk to him for you?
Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, first off, I'm trying to get a pickaxe back.
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
Gigar Shawwin, Dragonborn. Also Archmage at the College of Winterhold, Harbinger of the Companions, Master Thief at the Thieves Guild, Listener in the Dark Brotherhood. I killed a Vampire Lord one time too, and killed a lot of dragons. I killed Alduin. Anything else you need to know? I own like a property in every hold in Skyrim except Winterhold. I'm a Thane of every hold. Is that enough?
Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map.
Well, it's already on my map. Just walking in here, I have it discovered, and boom, I can fast travel.
A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. You never heard of them?
I know them. I helped them and killed one of the owners.
Started by the Emperor of Cyrodiil himself.
Not at the same time. I helped them with pirates. And then another time I killed one of the owners. And another time I broke into their compound chasing an Argonian. Well, shadowing one.
Gratian Kyrelius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago. The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall, but I know better. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Finally, someone who believes me.
Oh, someone should. Even if I'm pretending to.
Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
Alright, then how about the pickaxe?
Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Gratian was even born. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that. She thinks that old age has addled my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened to Gratian. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this mine again. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, even before I discovered Gratian's old things.
Well, at least all this is giving you purpose.
Both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. I recognize the name, but I don't know how I know it. It sounds so familiar. It's so strange. I feel like it's from a dream. Something about the Earthstone and a shrine. That's it. That's all I can think of. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here. Tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot.
All right, and I'll help you out with your problem. Consider this part of my reward, or maybe the reward itself. Nah, just part of it. All right, well here we go. Let's see what we can find down here. Well, it doesn't look that different from a Skyrim mine, actually. Which is surprising. I expect this place to look more like its own type of mine. But I suppose under all of these buildings and the plant life and everything, it's all the same. It's all the same Earth. It's all the same planet Nern. Get a lot of spiders down here. No, not Dawnbreaker. Actually, could Dawnbreaker work against those ash zombies? Because they're undead, right? So it could have worked. Serana, where did a skeleton come from? Did you actually fight a skeleton down here? Because I don't remember fighting one. So what? Is there actually undead down here too? Not just spiders and skeevers? Don't know why they're frostbite spiders. We're not in the cold, harsh environments of Skyrim anymore. But I guess we're still north, so I guess it's still kind of cold here. Unless the ashy volcanoes is actually balancing it out. You know what? I didn't think that would work. I thought that was actually gonna stay like that. Yeah, let's see that letter real quick. Now, if you ever watch Skyrim highlights, you can just pause the video, and then you can read it. Ah, this is different. It's a bit flooded down here. Ah, hell, Draugr! And I thought we were done with them. So there are Draugr here. I thought I got rid of them in Skyrim, but I guess it all goes to show that this place used to be Skyrim, which means it still has old Nordic tombs. Still full of Draugr Death Lords and everything. Or ain't that just pleasant? Hey! You leave my Serana banana alone! That's right. Stay down. Oh, there's still another Death Lord. Well, I didn't know that was there. I could have just used that against the Death Lords. Ow! Didn't even know that trap was here. Wait, you have an elven bow? Well, you Nords didn't like elves, unless you were using your own weapons against the earlier snow elves. Where's my sword? I'm not used to having the sword up in the D's. I'm used to having it down in the U's. Alright, well, since there's Draugr here, might as well. Okay, well, this one's just a regular one. Oh. Nice hit. Let's see if I can be sneaky here. Try to be sneaky against any more Draugr Death Lords or something. I didn't even know there were Nordic ruins here. But I guess I should have known. Uh-oh. Got a whole council here. But they don't know I'm here, so I can sneak up on one of them.
Who's there?
Wow, I couldn't even get the weaker one, huh? Oh, wow, look at all of them. Look at all of them. I'm going to need a little help here. Well, can't call a dragon, unfortunately. So I guess I'll have to make do with one of these dudes. You know, I kind of wonder if I summon a ghost and then I use them to kill off a zombie of themselves. I don't know. Could that work? Because then their spirit would be in the undead, right? Their spirits wouldn't be free. So I can't get a ghost to get one of their zombie counterparts, right? I mean, at least not without the use of cheat codes, probably. Wouldn't that be pretty cool, though? Now, who knows? Maybe I don't even have to fight these Draugr. I could just do what I did before. Skip through it. Just skip through it. Where's the right spot? There we go, finally. Oh, hey, ancient Nordic pickaxe. You know, I could have just, maybe I could have just taken this one instead of gotten one from the other dude. Oh, but then again, they're two very different ones, so I guess it didn't matter. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. The Draugrs have been getting tougher and tougher to fight, so... Ooh, Netch Jelly. Alright. I already got some even... So I got some Netch Jelly even before I just fought those jellyfish. At least you're using that instead of the disarm spell. Just imagine going through here limbless. I think I already got the spell, right? Of course I do, duh. Oh, hey, extra book for my shelf. These Death Lords are strong. I got shot by an arrow in one of them, and it, like, took me to, like, very low health. Very low health. Like, one more hit of anything, and I pretty much die. That's why I'm not just... I'm not even bothering now. Like, I know the game levels up with me, but... I don't know. I don't know if I could consider the game leveling up with me. Like, yeah, the game levels up with me, but it doesn't quite, like, the enemies level up too, which means they're always going to be a challenge. Is this what I'm looking... Oh, did I clear this place already? Oh, well, at least it's optional. Optional journal. Optional journal is optional. But I'm going to do it anyway. For all of you who are interested, don't forget to pause. And this one has a drawing on it. Well, Gascon's going to like this book. It's got pictures in it. It's got a picture in it. Oh, nope, 2 pictures. Four pictures. So am I supposed to use the blade in a certain fashion? This door presents. I hope to get this unit enough test suit. Each swing is a huge effort. Wow, did you even have... Why didn't you just use that, then? Maybe you probably wouldn't have died of starvation, then. Did that do it? May I have to... Yeah, so I gotta do a vertical hit. Yeah, you weren't kidding about... Or... Sideways slash here? No? Wow, we got an actual puzzle here that has nothing to do with those symbols. No, you stay away. You stay away. Oh, is that what the potion's for? Where's that elixir one? Yeah, there's something I'm not doing right here. I'm probably doing it the same way he's doing it. I gotta think outside the box here. If only I had a little bit of help here. Do I have to go through this door? Or is there another way to go through? So it says I'm supposed to escape the barrow now, so I guess... So maybe I'm supposed to give it to him. Maybe I'm supposed to give it to the dude upstairs. Maybe he might know what to do. If I can find the exit. Unless I have to take this way out. Because I don't see a way back up there. And there doesn't seem to be another exit. So is this like one of those I'm trapped situations? Yeah, probably. So it looks like I have no choice but to actually go through the door. Who's Milius? I didn't read the journal all the way, so forgive me. Well, if I can't figure out a puzzle, I got something that he doesn't. Interwebs. Alright, so I think I figured this out thanks to the co-ed gamer. Thank you, the co-ed gamer. Let's see if I can get this done. So I'm supposed to power attack these doors. Well, if I can find the direction, like... Ah, there it goes. So I just move sideways to do those horizontal power attacks. Alright, I see what to do. So, we strafe and do that. Thank you, the co-ed gamer. You're the best. You're my new best friend now. I owe you a burger. I'm gonna take here. If you ever meet me, I'll take you out for a burger somewhere. Or any kind of food, any kind of place. No, it is not a date. It's just you did a good thing for me, so I want to give you some food. I'm not paying for dessert though. No, just for the main course. Desserts are always expensive. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool blade. So now I see how we can do that. Oh. Boom. And now I can do this slice. Oh! I figured it out. Well, with the co-ed gamer's help. Well, we see these kind of axe traps all the time, but not like this, though. Whoops! Oh! Like right there, right there, and a bit right there too, on that side. A little bit of cuts, but nothing a little Neosporin and hydrogen peroxide can't fix. Or healing magic. Yep, that works too. Whoop! 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 Gotcha. Oh, there's a dragon shout here. And a dragon priest. Well, luckily, he doesn't know I'm here. So maybe this is my chance to give the element of surprise. Okay, let's save it first. I wonder if he has his own mask. He doesn't notice me, thankfully, but he just keeps moving around, though. Nope, just look at where the arrow is. Oh. Look at him flying there. Where'd he go? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? That way. Up, damn it. Well, I took him down a notch a little bit. You do more moving around than attacking. So careful what you wish for, Gidgar. Careful what you wish for. And you got your own mask too. Wonder if your mask does anything special. Oh, unlimited power! Oh, wait, what did I just do? Oh, I'm conjuring up something. Oh, wait. Both hands? That's not what I wanted. I want both hands. So now I gotta get the shield back too, huh? Drink. Unlimited power! Ah, I got you first. No soul gem, huh? So shock resistance by 50%. Yeah, that's not much. But I'll keep his mask as a fine addition to my collection. Well, let's heal up before I get that shout. Or at the same time. Strength, dragon aspect. What does that do? Once a day, take the mighty aspect of a dragon, delivering colossal blows with an armor hide and more powerful shouts. I might as well save my dragon soul for something a little more I understand. Alright, well, I hope this journal solved the Oh, there's actually a bit of black books in here. In this game. Ah, where are you taking me? I'm clean, I'm clean!
I know you, champion. The Ogma in Flames was only the beginning.
Oh, ow!
This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge...
Apocrypha! Sounds like baby talk. So, this is Mora's world.
Sate your thirst for knowledge in the endless stacks of my library.
Well, Gidgar is known for knowledge.
Read your book again to return to your mortal life. For a time, the learner of Apocrypha will.
Oh, jeez.
It is your fate.
So yeah, Herminius Moras pretty much has a big role in this DLC. Just like Cursine was pretty much in charge of Solstheim back in Morrowind. So now I guess I started up a Black Book quest, huh? So I guess we gotta get this done before we get going anywhere else. And now I gotta investigate a burrow. Well, let's hope it's a burrow that's actually here in Solstheim. Am I standing on pages? Oh, no, some of it's floor. I thought the entire thing was book. I was about to say, that's water down there if any of these pages got wet. So this DLC has a total of 5 Black Book quests. Guess we're doing the first one now. Oh. You ate it! Was it tasty? Would have been funny if that thing did a burp while it was at it. I don't think I've ever been to Mora's Realm of Oblivion before. I don't think this has been an ESO, at least not yet. Oh, we got a Seeker. Well, luckily I don't play Quidditch. Are these like the tentacles from Doom Eternal? Seems like it. Just as annoying. Oh, the music stopped while I was AFK, huh? Can't reactivate you? Or are you already activated and I just can't deactivate? Oh, here we go. So what happens when I activate those? Well, I will say this. This place doesn't look as boring as the Deadlands. Maybe it's Dagon's Deadlands, but I bet you could get lost. But I bet you could get lost. Not lost in the Deadlands, but lost with these puzzles. But I guess that's predictable because Hermuri is Mora, the Daedra of puzzles. Why do you have a whole page without anything on it? That seems like a waste of paper. Okay, what's that other book I got? Thought I could have gotten some more experience there. Alright, so how do we do this? Well, luckily he's too out of reach to actually harm. Oh, ouch! Yeah, you're definitely one of those tentacles from Doom Eternal. Okay, how do I get... Ooh, oh, I can conjure my own Seeker now. Good. That'll definitely make my Quidditch game a lot better. Wow, these books are basically gonna fill my bookshelves for sure. Like, I'm gonna have my Raven Rock house soon, but I'm probably gonna have to take these books back to Skyrim. Got plenty of bookshelves available there. Okay, how do I open this? It's like there's something I need to do here. I know for a fact that there's something I need to do here. Unless I'm supposed to do conjuring up. Maybe conjuring a Seeker will open the way. Seeker against Seeker. I thought I'd have to summon one of them and then they open the gate for me. Which would have been a cool puzzle. Yeah, I'll request that for Elder Scrolls 6. Hopefully they'll be in there. Maybe I have to kill this Seeker. Would that do it? I mean, I don't see anything here giving me some hints of what I need to do. Oh, and then you just summon another one, huh? Oh, you just summoned one. Okay, well, at least that's that, but... Now what? Oh. Do I have to do something? Do I have to do something with you? Oh, ouch. Okay, that's a bit harmful. So I'm pretty much depleting all these fonts already. Do they actually power up what I need, or... Do they actually power up my magicka or stamina, or are they supposed to be my way out? Because I really don't see where I need to go. Wow, there's a lot of interesting puzzles here. By interesting, I mean tough. The Dragonborn DLC is really doing a number, really testing out my knowledge then, huh? Oh wait, that's not water. That's tentacles. Lots and lots of tentacles. I'm seeing enough hentai to know where this is going. What do I do? How am I supposed to move on? No, I had enough of you. Had enough of you getting tired of being whacked by Squidward. Well, time to look it up again. Pathetic, right? Oh, wait, hold the phone 1 second. But before I look it up, maybe I'm supposed to actually read this. You didn't let me read it. Oh, that just took me back out. Oh, that took me back out here. Oh. Well, I can always go back in there, I'm sure. Alright, well, let's just, we'll come back. We'll come back to that. Alright, I'll do all the Black Book quests together. I'll do them all in one video. Let's see if I can collect them all, though. Oh, now we're heading deeper into the barrow. Oh, this is a way out.
Who's there?
Reaver oh. Now we got, so we ventured ourselves into bandit territory, huh? Well, if this is a lord, then I guess we're already clearing this place out. So pretty soon we'll hear a You know, I might as well charge up this sword again. Alright. I got a vampire and I got a sword of a vampire. Well, sword with a vampire ability. Yep. Yeah, look the other way. Maybe I can do a little bit of a... Oh, no, you're just gonna come closer, huh?
Damn wizard. Not good enough for your precious college.
Yeah, let's see if I can do a little bit of pickpocketing. Take that bow of yours. Gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna get that 100 pickpocketing soon enough.
Where'd you
Oh, that's 53%? Wow. Gotcha. And now...
What was that?
Where'd you
Your death, that's what. Now burn. Disco Inferno. Ah, those poor peeps. High Elf, Imperial. You know, I don't think I've seen a single Altmer here. Hopefully the Thalmor don't have presence here in this island. So we pretty much went to a bandit hideout, didn't even know was here.
Even older than I am. I wonder if the Draugr are as gullible.
Oh wow. Wow, look at that sky. So how far are we from Raven Rock? Wow, all the way over here, huh? Yeah, well, yeah, I don't really want to deal with any more bandits, so I think about time we just went. I already took out your leader. The rest of you are scatter. You're pretty much only fighting me for, you know, I guess control of the clan or something. But no, I'm gonna let you fight amongst yourselves. See if any of you can actually earn it. Oh, there's a mine shaft here too, huh? Might as well take a look in there. If we discover 30 locations, we get an achievement. Or we could just head on back. Well, we were heading the wrong way anyway. Nice armor. That is cool armor. I don't know if I'm going to ever use it, but that's cool armor. Alright, back in town. Back in the safe area. That is, unless we're going to about to get a dragon attack, because I see that red dot there. Alright, well, at least I can... Oh, investigate... Wait, investigate what, Barrow? Oh. Oh, that Barrow. Because I was about to say, I already looked at that one. I was thinking I needed to look at another one. I might as well start off with the pickaxe then first, because I guess our old man is sleeping. Or, you know, doing stuff with his wife, mayhaps. We don't know. None of our business either. Wow, it gets... Every night it's been colorful here. Does it get more colorful on this island than it actually does in Skyrim? Aw, did you get caught? Are you going to start singing the death metal song too?
And when the world shall listen, and when the world shall see.
Well, I guess we're going to have to wait until he's done then.
I wonder if a dragon could be captured alive. It would make a fascinating test subject.
Mayhaps. I actually did capture a dragon alive once. I could just summon him here. You want... But, you know, he's got more honor than that, and he's been helping me out. Alright, so I can't do either of those right now, then. So what can I do right now? Yeah, I don't want to investigate the Bureau right now, so... And I can't go to that old man right now, either. So let's see what other quests I can do here, then. Run, Serana, run! And not go for a bunch of stuff while you had it. Now, you don't have to have the hoodie on. The sun ain't on. You say that every time we go out. This weather's nice. If you have a problem with the ash on the ground, well, you might as well just go back to Skyrim then. Because welcome to Morrowind, the ashiest place in Tamriel. Want to fill your lungs with the bad stuff? Well, this is the place. I'm still trying to find other missions to do. Maybe there might be someone here. Yep, no one's home. But they seem to be fancy smancy if they have a big ass throne here. Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
I hate to break it to you, but there isn't a scrap of ebony left in the mines. You might want to just move on.
Yeah, I checked. There really wasn't any there. Cooked boar meat. Wow. That looks good. That actually looks delicious.
Not much contact with others around here. Like the Skull village to the north. But the Nords there keep to themselves.
Oh, the Skull village is a Nord village. Alright, well, what's over here then?
Just remember who's in charge around here.
Me, I'm the Dragonborn. I could just cheat code my way to the top if I wanted to. Oh, I thought this was the way to the palace or something. Well, shall we check out that Skull village maybe? Might as well just go explore and see what we can find. Looks like someone needs a little help. Oh well, there's another mission now. There's already a mission we can get started on. Oh, he's the captain of the guard here in this farm. Yeah, maybe I might get a hefty reward for this. Like an oversized coffee mug. Wouldn't that be great? Then again, I already have one. Well, it's more like a hot cocoa mug. It's been used for... Actually, no, more for tea. Used to make my iced tea with. A declaration... A declaration of war! So all these ash things are not undead. Unless they are, and this is a note from a necromancer or something.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I'd make it off this farm alive.
You're still in this
Should have
farm.
said the same for my man here.
Oh, you have your man? Oh, yep, there he is. There he is. I didn't see him before.
Some of the Redoran Guard have taken to calling them Ashspawn. Me, I don't care what they're called. All I know is they're a danger to Raven Rock and they need to be stopped. I was going to search for clues that might lead me to wherever they're coming from.
Did you have your handy dandy notebook with you?
But we know they've been coming from this direction. Good. I can use all the help I can get. Besides, I don't feel comfortable leaving Raven Rock behind. And I'd hate to lose any more Redoran Guard. We were searching the farm when the Ashspawn ambushed us. Have a look around and see if you can turn up anything useful.
Heh, turnip. So you want me to find actual turnips?
This is strange. The note says it's from General Folks Carius, but that's impossible. Well, Carius was the Imperial garrison commander at Fort Frostmoth, but he died over 200 years ago when the Red Mountain leveled the place. There's no way he could still be alive.
He must be undead just like this Ashspawn here.
If General Carius is still alive, there must be something keeping him that way. I need you to head out to Fort Frostmoth and check it out. I'm going to head back to Raven Rock and prepare the men for further assaults. No one knows, really. Superstitious folks say they're the risen forms of those that died long ago, but I'm not so certain.
Superstitious?
They started attacking the bulwark a few weeks ago. My men were able to kill them, but they keep coming back.
Necromancy is possible. I mean, do you think that maybe necromancers found out a way to bring ash people back to life?
We've had 2 other assaults on the bulwark, at different spots on the wall. I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like they're becoming more organized and probing it for weaknesses. Exactly. Something has to be directing them against us, and we need to find out who or what it is. I might know someone, or maybe not. I can't remember. I can't. I just can't be sure. I think maybe he had something to do with a temple, a temple here on the island. Does that help?
Well, if my character ain't responding, then who knows? I could use some of this armor for you know, whatchamacallit. Stuff. Lots of stuff. Stuff like collections. Oh, well, anywho, let's see what else we can find while we're at it. And I guess we'll head over to that fort while we're at it. Yeah, I don't know a character like... Yeah, I don't know an enemy like that. Is this a kind of villainy that's in Morrowind? I might as well hold on to all of that in case it's needed for something. Yep, there's a lot more coming. I wonder if this island was always like this. Because like I said, I've never played Blood Moon. Like, was it always like this, or did it look more like Skyrim earlier? Wow, I'm already on this side of the island. This island is small. This island is tiny. Yeah, I might as well just find everything now. See what I can do. This place is like a holds long. Might as well find everything and get an achievement for get an achievement for finding dirty locations. Might as well just find all the locations while I'm at it then. You know, to be honest, this island looked a lot bigger on the Tamriel map, you know? The Shivering Isles were small, were bigger than this, actually, you know? Which is surprising. But then again, Cyrodiil is bigger than, Skyrim. There's just more to do to make it look bigger. Here, if I shout you to the water, would you deteriorate? Because ashes deteriorate in water, right? Now the background music is like Morrowind, while the combat music is still Skyrim-y. But I guess that's not surprising, because in ESO, the combat music was always the same. But the background music tended to change. Alright, looks like this is the place. But since I'm looking around, I might as well see what else is here. Let's just take a tour, you know? Magical mystery tour. Wow, we're already almost to the middle of the island. I'm telling you, this island is tiny. I thought this island was going to be bigger than this. Like, I've seen ESO play areas that were bigger than this. This is like the size of the Clockwork City or something. Might as well just discover everything. Let's take a look around. That's what we'll spend the rest of the video doing. Looking around. And then we'll do quests in the next one. Oh, Reavers. They're like the... I guess they're bandits in the area, right? Well, time to clear out an area, too. Dragonplay Helmet of Recovery. Might as well take that as a souvenir. Amulet of Dibella. Might as well not have that much luck on your side. Serana, I could use a little help here. Oh jeez, I'm almost... Wait, who's killing me now? There you is, Serana. Where have you been? Took you so long. Oh, I don't want that. Give me the bread. Yeah, because they have the sword. Oh, oh, oh! Watch him fly! Or I'm getting a lot of these areas cleared fast. Like, I already got that one cleared. Got this area cleared. Yeah, probably be able to finish Solstheim highlights at lickety-split at this rate. I wonder if this is ash or snow. Abandoned. Hey, this is a Skyrim house. Requires key. Looks like this is going to be a location for a quest. But I like this though. I like this island. It's different from the rest of Skyrim, yet a little similar. Like, it lets you know that this place used to be Skyrim, but now it's not. Because now seeing the aftermath of what happened over there, this place pretty much took over. Even though Vvardenfell, even though this place is not as big as Vvardenfell. Might as well just discover it.
Maybe a second one to get to sleep.
Whatever floats your boat, my friend. Can't say it's as big as one of those ESO tutorial islands, though. Like, this is smaller than that.
Hold, traveler. You have no business here.
Ah, another mission.
No harm, but be on your way.
Told him to just hand it over. But did he listen? Oh no. He had to.
Don't worry, I'll be on my way. Maybe I might do a quest here at some point, but I'll leave them be. Maybe those are Nords that lost their land to some of the Dunmer, maybe. Then again, this was Dunmer lands for many years. Ah, it's a sacrificial place. Not a place I want to be. Come on, Serana. Is that a dragon? Oh, wow, there's a few dragons here. Oh, we must be nearing the temple. Alright, well, we'll just discover the place, and then, because I don't want to go in just yet. I-ho.
Here in his temple.
Dun, 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 dun.
That they had forgotten.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here do we toil.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, I guess we can tell he's dragonborn. We already have like 5 dead dragons in one area. Ooh, oh, here's my favorite part of the song. Yeah, see, what did I tell you? There's dwarven ruins around here. Only a total of 3 of them, though, but this is only one of them. These ruins didn't appear in Blood Moon, so I heard. Now, what I tell you about Blood Moon is stuff that I looked up, pretty much. I pretty much know nothing about it. I'll play it one day in my life. Don't know when, though. But I'll tell you this. I'm thinking someday when I get up there, get my fame up and everything, I'll do a live stream of it, you know? That's what I'm thinking of doing. Because Morrowind, it's easy. It's an easy place to get lost in. And I might need some help with some of my supporters, you know? So when the time comes, that's when I'll play Morrowind. Because I want to enjoy Morrowind. Don't get me wrong, I really do. It's just an easy place to get lost in. Wow, we got these new icons and everything. Ooh, giant shroom. Were those always here, or were those imported too? Like the palm trees of California. Oh.
That we might remember.
Da 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 da. Oh, this must be like a... This must be one of those Morrowind little villages. Ah, so this is a town. People live here.
Why are we out here? Aren't you supposed to be in the tower at Master Nella?
Summoning work. If you must know, I am trying to get this Ash Guardian spell to work. Now let me concentrate. Besides, shouldn't you be worrying about the damage to the tower?
Master Nelloc has tasked Alenia with repairing the tower. Why not do this in the lab, where it would be safer for all of us?
The lab is too small. Also, I need the ashy soil. Master Neloth knows what I'm doing. No need to bother him about it, though. He's quite busy at the moment.
Sure.
It's on your head if something goes wrong. Just let me get back inside of
Ash Guardian. Maybe the book has something.
Alright, well, I'll come back here. No, no, no. I don't want you to give me a quest or nothing. I'll come back here. I'm just spending my time looking around, discovering locations. Checking out the island for myself, you know? This is basically what most of the rest of this video is gonna be, so... If you want to just skip ahead and not worry about the environment, go on ahead. I'm letting you know now. Because that's what I'm doing the rest of the quest. But who knows? Maybe, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe we might find something along the way. Like that one conversation we were just eavesdropping on. And Dwemer Ruin number 2. But hey, I wouldn't mind clearing out some bandit camps too while we're at it. Try to make this island a bit safer. I know there's some bandit camps I still haven't cleared in regular Skyrim, but I'm done there. I did all that I could do. Well, done all that I wanted to do. The rest of the time I'm playing this game, I'm sticking right here in Solstheim. Ah, Scat Village is coming. So that must be where the Nords live. Another bandit camp. Oh, nope, nope. It's a regular camp.
I never said it would be, but either way, we have to try. Whether we succeed or not, it'll stir up some of the old blood in this crowd.
I'm not going to lead them to their deaths if they aren't ready.
Then train them. What are we doing here? We should either get used to staying here or be preparing to retake the hall. You're having us do neither, and I can't stomach it.
But your stomach isn't my problem. We'll act when I say we do, and not before.
Well, you'd better say something, and soon.
That must be another potential quest, which we'll see soon. Okay, this area back here, this area looks more Skyrim. So I guess we're heading into the section of the island that's Lord controlled. Like it has a little bit of Morrowind life, but most of what I see here seems more Skyrim than Morrowind. Oh, that is cool. Waves. That is nice. Here, I want to go see what's up there. Seems like we're getting closer to the Skyrim music, too. But then again, some of Morrowind already had Skyrim music. Oh, now this place is definitely turning more into Skyrim. Yeah, that's definitely something Skyrim-worthy right there. But yeah, we're heading into more snowy areas. What the hell? Those goblins? There are goblins in here? I mean, yeah, I know there were goblins in Tamriel. I played Oblivion, and there's some in ESO, but I didn't know there were any goblins in this game. Were they always in here? Were they always in here, or was this some sort of update? There was something up there I want to get. I want to see what that area is. Discover 30 locations. Huh. At this rate, it's probably discovering every single area. Judging by the size of this island. But then again, I think this northern area... Yeah, this northern area still has a little bit to it. Oh, more cultists and goblins. Yeah, no, I'm not here to fight. I'm here to explore, nothing else. Is this whole area explorable or not? Honestly, I'm not sure. Because maybe those mountains are just there for looks. Yeah, looks like we're venturing into Nord territory. Then again, we've already ventured into Nord territory. Yeah, this definitely looks like a Nord village. But different than other Nord villages, I might say. Looks different. I like it. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Careful, we almost fell down there. Hey, were you running off too? Oh wait, that must be Serana actually. Oh wait, right. Let's use the bridge. Let's use the bridge. Let's play it safe. Let's use the bridge. No, you had the right idea, Serana. No need to be stupid like me. No need to run down to my level. Nope, we're taking the bridge. We played smart, because we're a smart dragonborn and vampire, are we? Hey, I know you're a vampire, Serana, but which of the Tamriel races are you? Like, vampire is, like, not really a race. It's more of a, something like autism, you know? Except with a few biological differences. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. There's a dragon here, too. I see that dragon head up there. Oh shit, Spriggan. So it looks like we might have to face a dragon, too. Oh, wow, you're fast. Unless there's two of you. Last thing I'd want is to deal with, two Spriggans. Except maybe two Spriggans and a dragon, which is probably going to be soon. Are we going to be able to venture in all these caves? Oh, I hear that dragon. I hear you. I see you up there. Yeah, hold on. Let me do some more exploring up here before I start dropping down there. And I think we found our last dwarven ruin. Okay, so there are some stuff up here, up in the mountain. Seems like the dragon is fighting a Draugr or something. Well, I'll let you. Not really here to fight. Here to enjoy the environment of an island I've never been to. I guess this is more of the size of a hold, so... Oh, this is a goblin camp. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not here to fight you. So long. Bye, buddies. Bye, buddies. Bye, buddies. Not here to fight you. Not bad for venturing in your territory. Don't worry. I'm friends with orcs. Orcs are kind of like your kind, right? Orcs are basically goblins and ogres. They're basically the same race, just different sizes. Basically, they're basically the same. Goblins being the smallest, orcs being humanoid size, ogres being the biggest. But all green and have big tusks. Oh, here come the goblins. And you're riding a warthog. That's actually pretty cool. I've never seen that. Aye. Oh, you got a Debella statue? Oh, so you're both the same. You're both practically the same NPC. I know there's some other areas back there I haven't seen yet that I haven't discovered. But I just want to finish this journey real quick first. Also, we're heading then to that delve that I've already been to. It's easier to move around here. Move around the map. Since the map is smaller. So I'm guessing over there is another shrine. I think we went back to the Skyrim music. Ah, more cultists. No more death metal singing. Oh, let's hope let's get out of the way from the cultists, maybe. Or maybe not. Okay. Oh, here's those, here are those creatures that make the jelly. They're pretty harmless as long as we leave them alone, though, but they're pretty strong. They're practically flying jellyfish. No, I'm serious. Oh, go ahead. You two can fight each other all you want. Oh, now the bandit's dead. Here come the ice wraiths. You stay there. You stay there. Just stay there. No one gets hurt. No one needs to get hurt. Except for maybe that bandit. Ah, another goblin camp. Here, why don't you go... Here, hey, there's ice wraiths over there. Here. Boom. Good. Infighting now. Well, except for one of them. Cover me, Serana. Hey, you're probably using that dagger I gave you. So I guess I found all the Dwarven ruins here. Because I heard there was 3, so... But for some reason they weren't in the Blood Moon DLC. Were they just built? Maybe they're not as old as we thought. But then again, they seemed underground, so maybe they were dug up, maybe? Do 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 do. That because I said Doug. Ha! Get it? Wonder why there weren't any goblins in Skyrim. I think there were some goblins in Skyrim and ESO though. Maybe they didn't have time to get made. Like, hey, okay, I got 30 locations then. I still want to see if I can find anything else. You mountains. Well, maybe I don't have to discover everything since I got the achievement now. Yep. With this anchor here, we might be heading into a port town or something. This castle, wasn't this one of those castles that I was supposed to, that talked about somebody? Thought about the death of someone, but then the place collapsed when the Red Mountain erupted. Alright, I want to see what this anchor leads me to. Yeah, it sounds like we're back to the Skyrim music. Like, not a remix of Morrowind music, but like actual Skyrim music now. So I guess when we move up more up north, we're more in Skyrim control now. Oh wow, anchor. Ah, the dock. Ah, well, those docks are way down there. Way down there. Whoop, flipping and sliding. Well, if this place is important for something later on, hey, we found it. Oh, here, let's go along the shore and see if we can find anything else on the way to the Skald Village. Because it looks like there's something over there. That little island right over there. I should look up to see if there are any collectibles, because Shivering Isles had collectibles, so kind of wondering if there's any in this game, in this DLC. Alright, well, there's nothing really over there. Now, I kind of wonder what happens if we venture too far in the ocean. Is there an invisible wall telling us we can't go that way? Or will it do it the GTA 5 way with the boat, like, sinking into the water and then... Wait, Sir Anna, how'd you get all the way over here? And then the main character gets eaten by a shark. Alright, well, I liked this little island. It was a nice little tour. It was different, yet similar to Skyrim. Like, it was like half Morrowind, half Skyrim, just like they say. A little bit of both. It's like if Skyrim and Morrowind had a baby, and then boom, out came Solstheim. But I still got one question. Who's the girl? Like, who gave birth to Solstheim then? Skyrim or Morrowind, the girl? You know what? Morrowind is probably the... You know what? Morrowind is probably the guy. You know why? Well, look. Looks like someone came a little too soon right over there. Now it's just to find out where's the hole in Skyrim. Oh, pirates. It's not even bandits. We got pirates now. And a pirate captain. Now, I wonder if this area would be important for something. Take mining school or something? Alright, there's kind of a few areas over here. Looks like these bandits seen better days. I'm seeing like thunder and lightning somewhere. Like, what's going on? Is this like over the village that it's happening at? Because I don't remember seeing that before. Oh wow, there's a Nordic tomb like in an island right over there. Now, there wasn't many Nordic tombs here. But I guess that's to be expected. I mean, Bleak Rock Isle only had one Nordic tomb in total. And that's still a surprise. Like, one random island having a Nordic tomb in it. Can you believe it? This one has a few, though. Okay, let's see what that shield thing is. Just want to see that first real quick. Unless that's supposed to be part of the Nordic ruin. Like you're supposed to go through it to be able to get to up there. Could be like that. Could be. Could very well be. Oh, it's Horker Island. Also, that's what this place is. Horker Island. Horker's got their own islands now. Alright, I think that'll conclude our tour then. Let's head over to the Skull Village and see if there's any quests there that need to get done. Because I know there's like 3, so at least we can get all those quests done in one video. I'm really hoping to get all this done before it's time to go to the convention. Probably not, but hey, stranger things happened.